Hi, welcome to One of the Shibal with Susie and Ed.
We're just two Asian Americans talking shit about shit.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, guys. Hello. Hello.
Cue audience.
Are you sure you pushed the right one? Maybe it's the
Oh,
Hey, man.
how's it going?
It's great. How are you?
So much less anxious than last week.
Oh, my God. I actually really enjoyed it. For those of you who missed it or don't know, we did a live, well, not live, a taping of the podcast at the LA Public Library during their AAPI month celebration. And I was so nervous until we started, and then I felt so comfortable.
Yeah, I was nervous up until like maybe the first 7 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think it read at all that we were nervous, or at least I don't think so. I've only seen parts of it, though.
Yeah, I only kicked myself at that one part when you're like, what about you, Ed? And I was like, I agree. I was like, I can't think of words right
I was like,
now.
I can't do this all for you, Ed. You have to participate. Talk to the people. It was really fun. There were a lot of people that were, you know what was really nice was how reassuring and affirming the people in the audience were. Like, I didn't know that a head nod was going to be so like validating and like, okay, I'm doing good. I'm doing a good job.
Oh, you know what? I think that's what it was too. Most of the people were sitting in your view, whereas on my view, there was like a handful.
Oh.
And I kept feeling this pressure to be like, oh my gosh, should I be like tilting? I was like, I don't know what to do.
No, I would say something and I'd see like several heads like nodding up and down. I was like, I'm killing it. But then what happens when I'm in situations like that is like, I feel then I'm like extracted from my body and I'm just kind of like, I don't remember it at all. Yeah. Like, I don't remember really anything that I said. I remember a couple of flashes of things, but like, I don't necessarily even remember like the topics that we talked about. I don't remember the questions. I'm just like, it just felt good. And then like, I heard back a couple of things and I've had some feedback from people and I watched like the one clip I think you guys posted today. And I was like, okay, that seemed, although it was shot from a very unflattering angle, you guys got to really work on that.
Yeah, but we could, that's what we had to work with. Cause otherwise it was like,
never shoot me from down.
Yeah, but it was either that or the audience was like staring at cameras and then like trying to see
Fine
us
by me.
through the cameras.
I was like, oh, good. We're going 45 degrees from down. Great. It was really fun. And like, shout out to the LA Public Library. It was so well done. Like the production was really good and everybody there was so nice. It felt so welcoming. It was really an honor. It really was an honor.
Yeah, it really was. It was a lot of fun. It was exciting. And it was an honor.
It really was.
Yeah.
I felt really special.
You were even technically, I guess, headliners. But
yeah.
Word sounds
keynotes.
weird. Keynote.
Yeah.
Yes, there it is. How was your week week and a half?
It was great. Well, so the morning, so I had to go to my daughter's volleyball tournament the morning of the LA Public Library thing. So that left me like drained. That day was so draining. And then I had to go
start like what at like 5?
We woke up at like 4:45 because I had to shower and get ready before I even went because I had to be ready to drive from there straight to the LA Public Library. And then I got to the thing and did it. And then the next morning we had to do the volleyball tournament because we had a Sunday tournament too. And then the week following was just a blur. And then, what day was it? Saturday. Yeah. And then on Saturday I had to do that MSNBC thing with Katie Phang, I was really nervous because it was
look nervous.
Live television. Yeah, live. Yeah. It was like 10-second delay. I thought it was gonna be like film it, tape it, edit it, post it. No, I was like, what do you mean? Like when I was done, in case you don't know, I did a little segment on MSNBC. Like, who am I? Like
for
what?
API month, yeah.
It was crazy. It was really so cool. And then and so I went in and I did it like from my bedroom, like on a Zoom call, and it was live. So all my friends, all my family, everybody saw it. And so the second I was done, I hadn't even seen it. My phone was going insane. My mother-in-law was calling me. She's like, oh, Susie, you were so amazing. It was so nice. And I was like, okay, everybody, hold on.
Where does
I
she
have to
tape
watch it
from?
She, I think, is in New York.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because the address is 30 Rock. And I was like, oh my God, like that's so intimidating. She was so nice and almost immediately sent me an email like, thank you so much. It was so awesome having you. I was like, oh my God, Katie Phang. Like, she like does like the commentary for like the Donald Trump trial. I'm like, she's like not not a big deal.
Yeah, when she was like, Suji, I was like expecting you to walk out. And then I was like, oh. It's like, maybe she was busy.
No, I was
like, oh, she's probably in New York.
Yeah, I was like literally in my room. I would have gone, but they didn't need me in person. But it was really cool. It was so cool. And it was such a fun experience. And they show clips of like my TikToks and stuff. And I didn't know what clips were going to be on it. So you can hear me like in like the third, like fourth minute, they show a clip and I'm like, oh, there's my mom. Because they showed a clip of my mom cooking. And she's like, yeah. I was like, sorry. I did not mean to just say that because I'm not a trained professional in media. But it was cool. It was really cool. So MSNBC, if you need me to do any more segments or, have my own show, I think I could do it. I feel like I could. I'm seasoned now. Just kidding. I'm such an idiot. How was your week?
It was good. It was good. What did I do? I guested on a podcast for Radio Korea.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What did you guys talk about? Was it in Korean?
No, thank God.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, they just like translated it. But it was, I talked mostly about like the Yong Yang thing. And then we talked about.
Oh, the guy that was killed by the police. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
And then, which by the way, if you guys are in LA, when this comes out Sunday, right in front of Radio Korea, there's going to be a
protest?
Gathering, not a protest, kind of a protest, but like an honoring as well. I don't know if vigil's the right word because there is some anger and angst in there, but we'll just stick with protest for now.
Okay.
But either way, it's going to be there, I believe, like around 4 or 5 p.m.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you guys are around, and then we talked about the K-pop scandal with the Burning Sun.
What's that?
Club.
What?
Yeah, one of the K-pop. So there was this like K-pop group called Big Bang, which like they were BTS before BTS.
Okay.
They were like really big.
I think I've heard of them.
Yeah. And one of them ended up opening up the largest club in Korea at the time, and then like was using it to like traffic women essentially. And then like some other K-pop group like members were like going there and then through him, and then they would like, essay women, and then they would like send it to each other in a chat. Like they would take all these hidden videos.
Oh my God.
And then that club got so bad that like when the VIPs would spend like $75,000 for a table for one night, because they spent such an exorbitant amount, they thought like they deserved more.
Oh no.
Which is crazy because it's like, no, you paid $75,000 for this table. You knew that. So then like if one of those VIPs were like, oh, I like that girl, then it was the responsibility of the employees to essentially drug them.
Oh my God.
And then get them down to a basement that they built for the VIPs that was soundproof.
Oh my God.
Yes, so then
this is fucking horrific.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. So then like we talked about that, and that wasn't the only thing. Then there was like this other scandal that went like around the same time.
Wait, don't skip. Did they all go to jail? Are they all
like 18 months?
Oh my God.
One of them is already out.
No.
And was in Malaysia or Cambodia doing like appearances and stuff. And like some of the commenters were then telling me that like he's trying to now open up a club there.
Hello? Oh my God. Jail.
But then that was like also around the same time that 260,000 South Korean men, at least there were usernames of 260,000, were a part of a chat where they were literally viewing like hidden camera footage of like not even just women. Some were as young as 8 years old.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh
260,000.
Oh God.
I did the math. That's 1% of all South Korean men. That means that like at any given point in public, there's like at least 3 or 4 that were a part of that chat room.
Jail. All of them. Firing squad. I don't care. I can't.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
But other than that, I finally activated my dating profile.
Sorry, was that too loud? Sorry, my dogs are barking. Give me it.
No, wait, it's my phone's over there.
Your face is so red.
I bet. My friend at Radio Korea was like, he's like, oh, you should sign up. So then that night I was like, fuck it. So I just like signed up.
Have you been active on it? Have you
Yeah,
been?
yeah. So I chose a couple photos, which I kind of feel bad because they're like 6 to a year ago where I was just a little bit more in shape.
Stop it. Stop it.
And I'm scared that I'll meet up with women and they'll be like, how old is this photo? And be like, it's not even that old. I'm just bulking right
You're fine.
now.
You're fine. Don't worry about that. You're fine. So have you been like, but have you been active? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to, but I've been like, it's been a little overwhelming. And this is not going to sound like I'm not egotistical, but I've been getting.
there's just like so many women. And I literally can't even keep track. Is that what you're going to say?
No, there hasn't been that many, but it's been enough to the point where I feel overwhelmed. Like my anxiety peaks because I'm like, I don't know what's because like I'm really bad with menial introductory conversation. I don't know what to say because I'm like a person,
Right.
So like, and that stuff's like easier to gauge in person, whereas like in text, you can't read their face, so you don't know when to, where to, how much to.
Just use emojis. It will help you.
So I've just been saying, hi, nice dog.
I like
have
your
dog too.
photographs of the dogs so much.
Yes, so then I get anxious about that. So then I shut down and
I
then
like dog too.
yeah. So then the next day I open it, there's like more, and then I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Can't you like pause it?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know.
I
I'm
don't know.
just saying if I were to create a dating website, I was like,
And then
you might have people who are just a little bit more anxious, so to be able to like pause and like stop and start.
you and your husband met on a dating site too, right?
No, we met drunk at a bar.
Oh, right.
We
That's
did it
right,
the
that is
old-fashioned
right.
way.
That's how I normally meet people. This is why there's like all of
Yeah.
it's such an anomaly. And like, then it makes me feel like a horrible person.
Why?
It's like denying anyone. I'm like, oh, this is for nothing but vain reasons. And I feel like a
so
horrible
you're just
person.
shallow now.
Yeah. Well, not like, but just some people I'm like, oh, they're not my type. And then
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
if you
what
see,
does
like,
that even mean?
if
You're
you
so
s-
vain.
Well, it depends on the reason why you're rejecting them. If it's solely on their appearances or something about their appearance that you don't like, then yes, maybe it's a little shallow. But if it's like they have like a Bible verse as the first thing or like a Confederate flag photo of them, like that's fine. You're fucking out. The fuck out of here.
That I wouldn't. Mostly physical stuff.
But that's okay.
But then what's what I'm
It's
saying?
okay to have
What, am I going to
preferences.
talk to everybody?
If it's not because of like, because they're like race, if it's
No.
just because of,
And it's not necessarily like size or anything either, but just like everyone's a little vain. I don't know what else to say here.
Well, vain, I don't think is the right word you're looking for, because vanity means that you think you're such a catch that they don't measure up.
I'm just kidding.
But what it is, it's just, you have preferences on certain
Attractive,
things.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
there are certain things that everybody has preferences, and that's,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to find your dating profile, could they?
Oh, but then yes, probably. So, but the other thing is then too, because I am getting a little bit of imposter syndrome because I'm like, how many of these people know who I am?
Oh.
You know what I mean? I'm like, do they like, or they like saw my photos of me holding my dogs and they were like, oh yeah, this guy. Or were they like, oh my God, that's Ed. And like, cause then that gives me anxiety too.
I wouldn't worry about that. You're not that famous.
No,
No offense.
No.
I mean, neither am I.
No, I'm not. But still, just I've had a stalker before.
Yeah, me too.
So I get a little bit of like,
Okay.
like
But how are you going to weed that
PTSD.
out?
I don't know.
Well, you really can't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you can't.
Because I
and-
could be married to them for 3 years and they could be like, hey, by the way, I have a confession. I knew
I
who you were.
I fucking stalked you.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
well,
manifested you.
but you can spin anything to be romantic. Oh, you did.
Well, we have this baby now,
So I guess we have a story to tell our child. It's okay.
Your mom's a stalker.
It's all right. Well, good luck.
Whew. Just that alone, it made me so anxiously nervous.
I think that'll be fun. What a fun thing to embark on. And it also sounds Horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Because then I'm even like, I don't know when to ask them on dates. Like, for instance, Ron's girlfriend's friend.
Okay.
I do that too. Every time someone says that to me, I always have to, like, I do it with my eyes. I'm always like,
you're right.
And then I hope that they understand what's happening, because they're probably like, why is he all of a sudden like acting like he's not interested?
Is he having an aneurysm?
I have to do that too.
Yeah,
I have to follow the dots.
Yep.
So she met her husband on one of the dating sites.
Yeah.
And the way she did it was very type A Asian. She basically would set up like 3-4 coffee dates back to back to back to back.
Efficiency.
Yeah. Because her claim was that like sometimes within seconds, you know whether someone and you are not going to gel.
Agree.
You know? And so then she would set it up so that, like, because I thought about it too. I was like, oh man, yeah, getting ready, getting anxious, and all of that for one date, for you to realize within seconds that this isn't going to work.
Well, don't they have like, it's like speed dating. She's just coordinating it herself.
Yeah.
She's a genius.
But then I started thinking, when I started talking to people, I was like, how quickly did she set up these dates?
Well, the thing too, though, is I think a lot of people are one way or the other, right? Some people like this like long drawn out, like text and communicate and kind of get to know them that way. And some people are like, I won't ever know if I like you unless I meet you in person.
Yeah,
so like,
true.
let's just, cut that off right now and just make that happen.
Which is true.
Yeah. And the thing too is a lot of people, I myself included, in those situations where like I'm just talking to somebody via text and I haven't met them, like I will romanticize them and then meet them in person and be like, ew.
Yeah.
What have I done? I've built this whole like romantic like saga in my mind, and I meet them and I'm like, oh my God, you chew with your mouth open and you're sitting next to me in the booth instead of across? I can't.
I hate when people sit next to each other.
I can't.
As a server, it's the worst.
That?
Yeah.
I don't like that. That was like one of the only internet dates.
I know it's just a preference thing. So yeah, but it's not my preference.
It's weird. I'm sorry. I'm allowed to have
cringy.
my opinion, okay? If you like to do it, then you do it. That's your opinion. But in my opinion, I think it's very strange. Because I want to look at your face while I'm talking to you.
Weird.
It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Why? Like what is, I don't know. No.
It's like weird, like attachment-y issues or something.
I don't like it. Or it's very like, it's a little too intimate too quickly. Like if I just met you and you want to sit next to me and like, I don't want my body to touch your body just yet.
Even like on a 10th anniversary, like sit across from me.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I've never sat next to my husband at a restaurant. Like if it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
That's strange.
I think it's strange too.
Or if you like it, and you think it's something that is normal, explain to me why you prefer it over sitting across from somebody. Because I would like to know. I want to know, like, what's the advantage? Or, like, do you feel like it's more intimate? Because I feel like it's less.
Yeah. And try not to use the word clingy. I'm just kidding.
I bet you can't. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys are all fine. We're all fine. I'm sorry. Everybody gets so mad at me all the time lately.
But then, like, it's also funny because, like, you can tell the type of person based off of the photos they choose, too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like there's some where I'm like, I can't see your face in any of these. Are you insecure about how you look?
Or are you so gorgeous you don't want people to pick you just because you're so beautiful? That's what I would do. I'm just kidding.
That is a possibility.
You never know.
It's not a possibility that I've seen yet. But it is a possibility. And then there are like, girls who are like, I'm 35. And I'm like, all of your photos are you like at a rave or partying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You are very cute though, but I don't think I want this.
Yeah, that's not the life you want.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's maybe part of the plan, right? Like I want to show people that I love having fun. I love doing drugs at raves or like whatever. And I want to find somebody that also enjoys doing drugs at raves. So I got to put that out there in order to find the right person, right? You're probably not going to want to match up with the guy who has photos of him only doing model trains at home.
Wait, that's not me. Just to make sure that was
that's
not
all
me.
He does, you guys.
Yeah.
When you guys don't see him on camera, he's just making model trains.
We're like using my phone right now. But I'll show you the photos afterwards. There's one of two of them are me with the dogs. Like one is holding baby Archie.
Oh.
That's
the
main photo.
Yeah, that's your ringer.
Yeah. Then the second photo is me sitting in a chair holding grown ass 70-pound Colt. Actually, that's the photo that most of the girls like
Love,
the most.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And then is one of me being goofy next to an art piece of a slice of pizza.
What does goofy mean?
Like going,
Like,
like, hey, I'm fun.
I'd be like, nope.
and then I also included a photo of me with my mom and her best friend, which I originally wasn't going to do. But then my one female friend, she was like, no, you should include that. She's like, it says you care about family. And I was like, okay. I was like, my instinct is telling me this
I'm getting
screams
mama's boy.
mommy's boy. Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, thank you for introducing me to your mom.
Right. On the dating site, right?
Take it down.
Yeah, I've been thinking that too. But okay.
You can express that you love your mom, but you can do that without making that part of your initial introduction to somebody.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
My friend was like, I would say to myself, he's a family guy. And I was like, maybe that's just the female's perspective. And
I'd be like, oh,
that.
he's looking to replace his mom with me. Oh, God.
But it's my mom and her friend. So there's like...
Weirder. That's weirder.
Fair. You guys let us know. Is it creepy or no?
I kind of feel like it should be just photos of you. Like the dogs is fine. But I think when I see photos of people on dating sites with other people, even if it's like family members, I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to get there yet. Like, I just need to know if I want to just break the barrier to even get to just to meet you.
That's true.
You know, so like maybe I don't want to be overwhelmed with the idea that like, okay, I get it. Like your mom is super important to you. Like that's.
Oh, maybe that's also the reason why there's been a lot of older women.
Oh, shit. You mean like 60-year-olds?
No. I just mean like on the top end of my preference and like 40.
What's your age limit?
I said 25 to 40.
25? Aren't you 40?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't want a 25-year-old, but I don't want to. I haven't been getting any 25-year-olds, but I don't want someone in their 20s, but that's just the age range that I selected because I was scared that I wasn't going to get any matches. So I was like...
So I thought I'd find a girl that has daddy issues instead. 15 years is a big difference.
15 years is a decent amount. But
well, okay. Would you date somebody that's 55?
No.
See?
But that's what I was trying to say was like, I'm even hesitant on people who are like 40, 42.
So you only want to date younger?
But not for any other reason other than... No.
This should be good.
Every time I hear every other people say it, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But I'm not open to it. Obviously, that's why I put it up to 40.
Up to 40.
Yeah.
But not beyond 40.
Well, I've been getting people who are over 40.
Okay.
So it's not like...
So it doesn't like prohibit them.
No, it doesn't prohibit
it. Just tells them what your preferences are.
Yeah. No, it's... Yeah. They show me to whoever.
But I wonder this.
But the ones I get shown are upwards to 40.
If I were interested in a guy that was 40 and I saw that his preferences, and I was say like 35, 37, and I saw that his preferences went all the way down to 25, I'd be like, ick.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I dated someone who was in their 20s was when I was 30.
Yeah.
I dated a 21-year-old. And even then...
I am no dating coach.
I hated it.
I think if you really want to find somebody that's in your ideal age range, which would probably be like 30 to 40,
yeah.
Can you change the range to 30?
I could, yeah.
You should. Only because you might be missing out on somebody who's like 35 who's like, dude, this guy's fucking 40 and wants to date a 25-year-old.
No, but they can't see that.
They can't see your profile?
They can hear it now.
Sorry. Wait. They can't see your profile and your preferences?
They can't see the preferences that I set for my searches.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought it was like on like a thing. Like, my name's Ed. I like chill 25-year-olds.
No, stop doing that. No, it's just for like the profiles the app shows me.
Okay. Now, see, I don't know that much about dating sites, so I don't know how that works.
So they're showing me people who are between 25 to 40.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you been talking to anybody? Chit-chatting?
Yeah, like a couple.
God, I want to finish the podcast because I want to see so bad. I need that fucking phone. I'm so nosy.
A couple. I have been talking to a couple. There's a lot of Asian people. My friend, he was like, you should try Coffee Meets Bagel because there's a lot of Asian people on there. Because I told him, I was like, I just feel like, not that it has to be Asian, but at least a woman of color.
Yeah.
Because like they just understand, you know, everything a little bit more. He was like, oh, you should try Coffee Meets Bagel. And I was like, there are so many Asian women here.
Well, I mean, you might as well, you know, cast the net as wide as you can and then start, you know, bringing it in as you go. Well, good luck. Sounds fun.
I hate it.
Did you get new glasses?
Yeah, got them like a couple weeks ago.
I
was like, Susie never said anything.
I'm sorry, I just
and then even
noticed
last week I was like, do I bring it up?
No, I'm
like,
sorry. I didn't realize.
These glasses were, it's been a journey.
Why?
Because I went to the optometrist. I don't know why words are so hard. I went to the optometrist and, you know, finding glasses for me is already hard because I've got a big ass head. And I feel like I prefer like big ass glasses so it doesn't look abnormal on my face, you know, which is like a very small percentage of the glasses. And that style is even more prevalent for sunglasses than it is for glasses. So a lot of times I have to buy sunglasses and have them trade out the lenses for glasses, you know, which is what these were. I send them in. So I ordered them and then it took 2 months to get them back because the first time it came back after a week, but the lab that put the lenses in didn't do it right. So the glass is like warped.
You're like, I can't see better.
Yeah. And they were like, just try going home first. I was like,
No.
So I drove home and halfway through I was getting such a headache because they were like,
God.
all
Hello?
crazy.
Trying to make you crash your car.
So I called and I was like, nope, I have to come
Can't do
back.
it.
And then I guess the lab had to try it a couple different ways to get it right. And then I finally got it. And
okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Did you see the videos about Northwest at Hollywood?
All right, settle in, everybody. I have fucking thoughts. I have so many thoughts. Okay.
Oh,
yes, I saw it.
Just can't wait to hear your thoughts.
Okay, I don't even know where to start. First of all, obviously, she was not qualified.
No.
This is the 30th anniversary of Lion King on Broadway. Okay, on Broadway.
Oh, so the rest of the cast was from the Broadway crew?
Some of the original cast, some of the people that are in it now, like, yes, like these are like accomplished Broadway performers. Yeah. And this, I will preface this by saying this has nothing to do with Northwest. Nothing to do with her.
Her parents.
Entirely her parents.
Her parents.
Okay, because here's the thing. Obviously, she's only there because of Kim and Kanye West, right? Yes. My daughters, you've seen their headshots. My daughters are gorgeous. And they were reading by 4 years old, both of them, and they could read lines and they could, you know, so we started doing some stuff like, you know, like acting and, you know, print stuff. It is grueling being the parent of a child who is in like the performing arts. Driving around, auditions, headshots, expenses. It is such a crazy schedule. You also have to pull the kid out of school sometimes. You have to drive in traffic in LA at like 3:00 on like fucking La Brea. It's torture.
Oh, that is torture.
It is so hard. That we only did it for a few months. They did a couple print ads. An older daughter did like one like voice thing. It was like really short-lived because I was like, do you guys like this? Yeah. They're like, this sucks. I was like, this sucks.
Okay, because I don't like it either.
Sitting in like waiting rooms and like casting calls, it was so hard. Yeah. So
and a lot of rejections.
Oh God, so kids. Many.
Yeah.
And to see like Northwest just get up on a stage with Broadway performers and give that performance, number one.
So flat.
So flat.
She was so out of tune.
She didn't even look like she knew what she was doing or where she was.
That's the other part. She clearly wasn't even rehearsed. Yeah.
Right.
Because she's like looking around, like trying to figure out, wait, what am I supposed to do again?
So I have a couple theories, okay? At least Kris Jenner had the mindfulness to know that thrusting her daughters out into the spotlight and doing so under the pretense that she knows and they know that none of them have any talent, so that they couldn't have that non-talent leveraged against them, because they couldn't be like, well, you're a bad actor, you're a bad singer. We never said we were any of those things.
Yeah.
But now Kim and Kanye West have set up their daughter to be a singer who at this moment in time cannot sing. Yeah. She cannot sing. With training and with practice, sure, she could become a singer, no problem. But from what we saw on that performance, she was not.
So tone deaf.
So, right. So then what does that mean? That means that Kim and Kanye West, they must know that their daughter cannot sing. There's no way, no amount of delusion. I'm sorry.
I don't know. They're pretty delusional.
I mean, that may be true. But it also falls on the shoulders of the producers. The producers should have known better. And unless this was all calculated, look at how much attention it's getting. But the Hollywood Bowl is packed every fucking summer.
Yeah,
We're trying to get tickets right now. They don't need it. So I just think it was a really bad look for the production for Lion King. I think it really sullied the image of something that is so beloved by so many. But I also have to wonder, because there is not one move made by the Kardashian Jenners that isn't highly calculated.
So calculated.
So it also, I find it, and I'm not being a conspiracy theorist, but I find it very suspicious that this is coming on the heels of Kim Kardashian getting block partied 2024. Like, so many people are like, block Kim Kardashian, block Skims, block everything that they do. Don't watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. All this negativity. She got booed at that roast that she did, like that roast for that.
Oh, really?
For,
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady's roast. She got booed off the stage.
Really?
So I'm wondering, did she do this on purpose to try to garner sympathy because she knew people were going to be so cruel to her daughter? Like, is she that fucking sick? I don't know. But that's how I'm looking at it. Like, you had to know. You had to know your daughter was going to get fucking raked against the internet coals.
I can't believe she allowed her daughter to do that. But it's not even that. Then it's like there was some kid who probably worked their ass off.
There
to
were
try
4
to get
kids
that
that auditioned, I think. I think there was something like 4 kids that were in contention to play that part. And they all were just like, yeah, sorry, you're not going to. I think I heard that.
Yeah, so like you took away something from someone who was actually worked hard and talented.
Yes.
Not only that, but like you said, the other people who were there, they worked hard too. They deserved better than that.
Right. So now every single member of that cast has been overshadowed by this horrible elementary school. I have seen elementary school performances. I watch them every year.
Better than what happened.
Like, my daughter has a friend who does like community theater, and she's 10 times better than what I saw. And also, I feel bad for Northwest. There's no way she's not on the internet.
A parent is supposed to shield their children,
absolutely,
not use them as like a diversion
tactic. What example does Kim Kardashian have as a parent? Her mom was the one who's like, babe, we got to get that sex tape out. I mean, like, what's her example? What's her parental example? Yeah. Where is this shielding? You know what I mean? Like, there should be no expectation that Kim Kardashian wouldn't do, but I don't know. Like, I don't believe that she doesn't love her daughter. I do believe that she loves her daughter. I really do.
Yeah, yeah.
But to set her up for something like this, it's just, I don't know, cruel. I think it's cruel. And like, we obviously know that nepotism exists. And like, I'm kind of almost fine with it. Like, there are some actors like Angelina Jolie. She is a Nepo baby, but she is incredibly talented. There are so many people in Hollywood that are Nepo babies, but that have the fucking chops to back it up.
Or they work hard to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
But.
And it's not even just in Hollywood. Nepotism happens everywhere in the business world, like taking over your family's company, like all that shit. That's nepotism.
All things Yeah, I'm a Nepo baby. And if under that definition, sure. I mean,
you guys started the company together.
And I have been working since I was 12.
Yeah.
But on the surface, but I just feel like as a parent, it is your job to make sure that your kid tries to grow up in a way that will be the most protective of your child. And to thrust her out onto a Broadway stage in Hollywood in front of the entire internet. I mean, and there are people that are not being that nice. You know what I mean? Like, being mean to a 10-year-old. And that is fucked up in and of itself. That's fucked. because it's not North's fault.
No, it's not her fault.
It's also not her fault that her name is North, which is really hard for me to say.
Her name is Northwest.
I know. Anyway, I don't know.
Still better than Saint, though.
I don't know. Saint at least has like an edge to it, right? Whereas North is just like, this is a direction. Anyway. But yeah, I think the whole thing, and again, like that whole, I see kids, I grew up in LA. I know people who are child actors.
Yeah.
I know parents who have kids that are child actors or want to be child actors. It is a really tough thing to do. It's not easy. It's not like, unless you're a Nepo baby, but if you're a Nepo baby, fine. But if you're not, and you're just somebody who has a child that has talent, it is so difficult. Hours and hours, self-audition tapes, going to auditions, doing voiceovers, reading scripts, memorizing lines. Like, it is a lot. It is so much. And to just take that away from somebody because my mom's Kim Kardashian, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
That sucks. That sucks. This kid, 10-year-old, 12-year-old kid who's been practicing since he was 4, now had the audition of his life, should have gotten the part and didn't. Boo. Boo to the Hollywood Bowl. Actually, not the Hollywood Bowl. Whoever produced the show.
Yeah.
I think that they really did a disservice. And The Lion King I've seen it on Broadway, and it is one of my favorite shows. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Probably my top 2 Disney movies from growing up.
What's number 1?
I don't know if they
They're interchangeable.
eclipse one, but I would say Aladdin and Lion King for me.
I don't really like any of them.
But it's not even like I love them. It's just because
I like Moana.
I grew up with it.
Yeah,
you know?
but Moana I saw when I was a mom.
But I think I just really liked Aladdin and Lion King because it was like not Disney Prince. It was like the only 2 not Disney princess movies.
Isn't Jasmine a Disney princess?
Yeah. But I meant like she's a secondary
character. Yeah. Okay. What about Mulan? She's not a princess. She's a warrior.
That's true. But Mulan came out when I was like in middle school. So I was already like, Disney's for kids, you know. But I like Mulan.
Yeah. That's a good one.
It is a good one. Okay. So you know how what happened yesterday while everyone was celebrating Memorial Day, which is supposed to be for fallen troops.
In Rafah.
Which is weird because Israel seems to keep doing this thing where every time there's an American holiday, they kill people.
Yeah. It's definitely a pattern.
It's 100% intentional. But yesterday they blew up, tents in the area that was supposed to be guarded as safe zone that they literally told Palestinians before, hey, go here, it'll be safe. And then there's like videos of like decapitated children who everyone.
People were being burned alive, incinerated by 2,000-pound bombs being dropped on them while they're sleeping in tents.
Was made by Americans. That was dropped
funded by our tax money.
That was then dropped by a British jet.
Ugh.
So, but either way,
dropped by a British jet. Yeah. I didn't know. Oh, okay.
They said that that there was like a British jet in the sky that after it happened. But Haley, what's her face?
Bailey?
Yes. No, not Bailey.
Bieber.
No.
Comet.
The one that Trump was thinking about.
Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley. Yes, thank you. Oh my God. So today there were photos released the day after that happened in Rafah, the day after it happened in Rafah, where she is signing the missile heads, and she literally wrote, "Take them out, heart, Nikki Haley."
Are you sure that's real?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yeah, I saved the photos.
But they're not like AI generated? No. You're certain? Yeah. This is like corroborated with a news outlet? Like,
not corroborated with news outlet. I saw it right before I came here, but yeah.
Are you sure?
There's like multiple photos of her signing it, what she signed on the missile.
No. We should fact check that.
Look it up right now. Actually, yeah. We don't have to wait for my phone. Just look it up.
Yeah. Whoa. Rolling Stone posted it. The Guardian posted it.
Real.
Newsweek posted it.
She signed it.
Finish them.
Finish them. That's what it was.
Finish them?
As video and photos of decapitated children from yesterday attack are going viral.
Oh my God, no.
Are you seeing the one of the... Yeah.
Oh my God, that is...
It's like finish them, and then she writes like XOXO heart. Like
I cannot believe that.
it's disgusting.
That is horrendous.
Yeah.
That is what?
The day after.
Just when I think that this world cannot get more sick and twisted and depraved, it does.
Yeah, that's like one of the most despicable things I think I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not being I'm in no way being hyperbolic when I say when I saw those photos, I literally was like, I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw up. Like
Same.
I'm gonna literally throw up. I don't know how. I don't understand, and I made a video about this. Is like I don't understand how you can be so detached from humanity, other people, and your own that you can see a photo of a man holding a decapitated infant he's like so clearly like dissociating from like what is going on, and like to see that photo and photos of like burned corpses on the ground, incinerated to the point where when they're being picked up, they're cracking.
Yeah, crumbling.
It is so sick. It is so it's depraved. It's insane. I was talking to my husband the other day, and I was like, I was driving home from the gym, and I've been finding it really difficult to just do like my mundane day-to-day tasks, go to the grocery store, cook dinner. Like everything just feels so frivolous and everything feels so like empty and stupid. And I'm driving home from the gym and I just start crying because I'm like, what have I done? What have I done bringing children into this world? Like I really have felt like I've made a huge mistake. And please, everybody, please understand where my mind was. Like, I'm not saying that I regret having my children. I love my children, and that's why I feel this way. It's because I love my children so much, and to know that they are going to be living in this world that is so fucking insane fills me with so much dread and terror and anguish and agony. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do with all these feelings. Like I feel fucking paralyzed most of the time. I don't know. I've felt this way for months and months.
Yeah. Sometimes with my ADHD, I think I'm like, it's like out of sight, out of mind, you know?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're like able to go about your day, but then once you do think about it,
You can't stop.
it becomes over. Yeah, it does it is crushing.
I can't stop.
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about it. Like I have to
Since
like.
I saw those photos yesterday, I can't stop thinking.
It is seared into my existence forever. It is seared into my consciousness.
It was one of those things where like I saw and I was like, I wish I never saw that. And I was like, but I have to. So
I
that
like
I don't live
forced
in ignorance.
myself to go through them all. I was like, if people have to live it, I have to at least give them enough respect to see it. Yeah. That's the least I can fucking do.
It's not like a movie where I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch this scene. It's
Right.
too gory. I was like, no, I have to. This is real. Like I can't be ignorant.
And I have to like I know it's like so morbid, but like I have to like try to feel what that feeling must have been like for that parent, that father, or that mother who lost 6 of her children at once. And the thing is like the worst part is like they're like, okay, we're in a safe place now. We're in a safe place.
Because they told us it was safe.
We can rest.
Yeah.
And to do this to them is just like unconscionable. Depraved is the only word that I can keep coming up with. Is like, you have to be so sick and so twisted in your mind and in your sense of reality to think that this is okay. I don't care what side of any of this you're on. There's no way. I don't help.
And then when people are like, but October, I'm like, but October what?
Nothing can justify it.
I don't understand.
And I'm sorry, but if somebody wants to circle back and be like, but what about the hostages? There have been opportunities to get the hostages. There have been things that Hamas has signed that Israel has rejected. And they said, no, we're not going to abide by that. I'm telling you right now, if they wanted to, Israel could drop a bomb onto the top of my head. They could read my driver's license from space. And you're telling me that they can't help but drop bombs, gigantic bombs on top of encampments? And then people are like, yeah, but 2 Hamas leaders were killed there. Then why did Netanyahu come out and say that it was a terrible, tragic accident? Fuck everybody. Fuck all of you. You're all fucking liars.
I wish
so done.
I wish like all those countries that are like protesting that Netanyahu should be like a war criminal.
Yes.
And tried for it.
Of course.
I like wish that would happen.
There are people in Israel right now protesting for his resignation. What does that tell you? You know, the people that supposedly he's fighting for, like, we don't want you to do this. Stop doing this. End it. We don't want you. How dare you? And like, I'm seeing more and more Jewish people who are like, no, this is not for me.
I think a lot of them are. I think it just so happens, like, same thing that happens in this country. There's like some of the few that are on the wrong side just are the loudest,
maybe,
and the most active.
I have to wonder, because like I said, I've lost 2 friends at the very, very beginning of this who, you know, but I haven't heard from them since. And I wonder how they feel about it now. Because they're like, how dare you call it a genocide? How dare you say that they've been indiscriminately killing people? What about the hostages? And this was their argument, you know, in October. And that was the last time I talked to them.
Maybe they still believe that because they're seeing,
yeah,
choosing to see a skewed view of what's actually happening.
Yeah.
You know?
It's hideous. And, you know,
I've actually been getting like ads for Israel trips.
What?
Yeah.
Like birthright trips?
Yeah, like birthright trips and stuff. And I'm like,
For
I
yourself?
don't understand why I'm getting these ads.
They're like, literally anybody can come. Forget
They're
it.
like, please. I feel like they're just like using those ads to be like, look, we're good people that we're just trying to connect with. And I'm like, what is happening?
I need to lighten the mood, man. I'm just going to watch Archie chew this really gross bone. Archie, is it yummy?
We can do a couple of Am I the Assholes?
I love those.
Okay.
Let's do those.
Yay.
Am I the asshole for cutting the line and stealing the handicap stall from a disabled person?
Yes.
I'm going to go with yes. I don't know how we can justify this, but let's see how they try. On Friday, I was shopping at this 99 Ranch store. And
they wrote Ranch 99, and that bugs me so much.
It's 99 Ranch, right?
Yeah, it's 99 Ranch.
On Friday, I was shopping at this 99 Ranch store, and it has like restaurants in it.
I already hate this person.
I've been having some stomach aches, but not sure why. Thought maybe it was my period soon. It's an Asian shop. It was, oh God, what? Okay, now I'm all fucked up. It's an Asian shop, and it was also Autumn Moon Festival, so it was crowded. Suddenly, I had to go. I left everything in the cart in the aisle and ran for the bathroom. There was a decent-sized line, but I just ran forward and cut in front of everyone. There was an elderly woman who was about to make her way to the handicap stall, but I rushed forward, blurted out, "I'm sorry, I really need to go." She tried to protest along with other people in line, but I disregarded them and ran in and locked the door. It was followed by explosive diarrhea that was very audible to everyone. The grandma and all the the other guests, were hurling insults at me for being disrespectful and saying I was horrible for cutting in line. But honestly, it felt like an emergency. Was I an asshole for cutting all the people in line in the bathroom and essentially stealing the stall from the grandma?
When you first read stall in the title, I thought it was going to be like a parking spot for some reason.
Yeah,
even
no.
though it says stall.
No, I knew it was going to be the bathroom.
I don't know anymore.
Oh God.
Because sometimes there are emergencies.
I don't know if I want to touch this one.
I don't think anybody wants to touch explosive diarrhea.
No. I mean, I understand it being an emergency, but cutting in front of, I don't know.
Yeah, but like,
that's so painful.
As an adult, she should have been able to.
But I would imagine that when everybody in the line waiting heard what was happening, they'd be like, oh.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I mean. If it's true.
Are you okay?
Yeah. But like, as an adult, she should have been able to like control herself or been like, oh, I think I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. I should go in line right now.
Yeah.
Like that kind of a thing. But sometimes there are emergencies that spur out of the blue.
Maybe she has some kind of digestive issue that she doesn't know about, some kind of gastrointestinal
she could have,
problem.
Like Crohn's disease or something,
could be.
You know? And like if you're about to shit your pants, I feel like that is a good enough reason to. Again,
nobody wants to shit their pants.
If that happened, you know what I mean? Like, and like this was true and she jumped in line and she all of a sudden started having explosive diarrhea. Like you said, I feel like people would have heard it and been like, okay.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm thinking like she had like a bridesmaids moment.
I was just going to say, but in Bridesmaids, she just fucking did it in the sink.
Or in the middle of the fucking road.
It's happening.
It's
It happened.
Oh God.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Look away.
Yup. So I feel like she's not the asshole if she's being honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
If she's exaggerating or slightly lying to absolve herself, then
Yeah,
yes, she's
okay.
an asshole.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a non-answer for that one because that's just I don't want to talk about it. I hope you feel better.
Am I the asshole for naming my daughter a quote difficult name? No. The end.
Well, what does a difficult name mean?
It's probably like a different language name.
You know how we could find out? You could read it.
Just read it. Hey, what are you eating down there? Oh, the bun. Okay. I was adopted from Korea when I was a toddler. Both my adopted parents are white, and they never tried to connect me with my culture while I was growing up. They raised me to believe I was white like my siblings. They don't see color. And it wasn't until I entered middle school that I realized I was definitely not white. In college, I met my now husband, who is also Korean. He's not adopted like me, but his parents did move to the US from Korea when he was around 10. With that being said, we recently had our first child and we gave her a Korean name. No, we did not give her an English name as well, since the name really isn't that hard to pronounce. And I wanted her to have a name that was from her culture. We did a little family get together with my family yesterday so they could meet her, but my mom kept bringing up about how, quote, hard her name is to pronounce. I explained to her many times how to say it, and yet she kept getting it wrong, which felt on purpose. After the millionth time of me correcting my mom about her name, she yelled at me and said I shouldn't have given her a difficult name, and I was setting her up for failure and years of bullying.
By who? You?
Yeah. Starting with the mom.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. They left shortly after that, but I've been thinking about it since then. I don't think foreign names should be considered difficult, and they certainly shouldn't if it's your family. I know kids can be mean and bullying is common when it comes to names, but I would hate to raise my child to think she needs to change herself to make others feel comfortable. I don't want my child to be bullied or set her up for failure, but I'm also scared of her growing up the same way I did. Yeah, no.
You're good.
Yeah.
You are not the asshole.
If people can pronounce Tchaikovsky,
yeah,
but they can't.
Dostoevsky? Are you joking?
But they can't pronounce. It's probably something like honey or something.
Honey or whatever. Like
she
super
said it's
easy.
very easy. Yeah, it sounds like the mom, the adoptive mom, is just being purposefully like obtuse to like get her point across, and ignorant.
The more we talk about these things, the more like when I hear about adoptive parents who like are abjectly refuse to let their child experience their culture, like, then what did you like? Then why did you adopt a child outside of your own race? Like, what did you think was going to happen? You think that they didn't realize that they weren't blonde?
It wasn't about the kids.
No.
It was about them. They thought they were being white saviors, you know?
God, it pisses me off.
Oh, let's have another kid. Might as well save this poor kid from Korea.
You're so foreign.
What's the word they say? Exotic. Let's get us an exotic one.
Blech.
Which one are you thinking?
You just read the next one. People like it better when you read it anyway.
I feel like this one's going to resonate with more people. Am I the asshole for barring my mother-in-law from seeing my daughter after she cut and straightened my daughter's hair without permission? Yes. No, you're not the asshole. I, 39 female, have a daughter, Vihana. Okay, yeah. 14 female with my husband, Cole, 39 male. I'm South Asian, and my husband and the rest of his family are white. My mother-in-law, Connie, had recently taken Vihana over for the weekend to her and my father-in-law, Tom, 65 male's house. They've had my daughter over for weekends and holiday stays before, so I wasn't worried about anything happening. And Viana seemed fine during our morning and nightly phone calls. Today, when my mother-in-law dropped Viana off, I was shocked to see her almost waist-length hair was now shoulder length and that it was now straightened. Viana has been determined to grow her hair out since she was in 6th grade and has expressed no desire to straighten her normally curly hair before. Viana was crying and explained to me that her grandmother had done this all herself and lied to her that I gave my permission for my mother-in-law to do this, which is why she didn't mention it when we talked.
That's assault.
Yep. Needless to say, I was pissed, and after comforting my daughter, I told Cole what happened, and we talked about it for an hour about it, what we should do about the situation. We eventually came to the agreement that my mother-in-law wouldn't be seeing Vahana alone until she learned to respect Viana's boundaries. We ended up calling my father-in-law to see if he had anything to do with this, and he was horrified when we explained things to him. And he said that my mother-in-law gave him the same lie about getting my permission to do
God,
this.
what a psycho.
That is crazy. My father-in-law apologized profusely before hanging up, and I ended up sending a text to my mother-in-law about how she was unable to see Vihana alone until she apologized for what she did and learned to respect Vihana's boundaries. It was quiet for a while until Cole and I started getting bombarded with texts from both my mother-in-law and it's always a sister-in-law.
It's always a sister.
Always. And my sister-in-law, Lucy. My mother-in-law is furious with me, reverse victimizing, for trying to keep her away from her granddaughter and for telling my father-in-law what happened because he's now staying in a hotel and contemplating their marriage.
Smart guy.
It's another compound divorce.
Liar. She's a fucking liar. Sorry, go on. Let's finish.
And controlling.
Yeah.
And crazy. Lucy is calling me a bitch.
Fuck you, Lucy.
For what I
Kiss
did.
my fucking ass, Lucy, you dumb bitch. You're the fucking bitch.
And
Bitch.
saying it wasn't a crime. It actually is a crime.
It's a crime.
It's literally a crime.
You assaulted a child.
Yeah. For my mother-in-law to act in my daughter's best interest, even if she went behind my back, because clearly I wasn't going to take care of her, that was the end.
What?
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's so vindictively psychotic. Because I wasn't taking care of her.
Because she has long hair?
Because a girl who, what was she?
14?
14 years old, made a decision that she wanted to grow out her hair.
I'm sorry, but if my mother-in-law, who would never do this, went behind my back, lied to my daughter, and cut her hair and made her wear it in a way that she didn't want to wear, I would be irate. Not you're not going to see my daughter without supervision. You're never, without an apology, you're not going to see my daughter again, period, ever.
Waist length
You're
to
not coming to
shoulder
her.
length?
You're not coming to her graduation. No more birthday parties for you. You're never going to her fucking wedding. Fuck you, and fuck you too, Lucy.
That's like 2 feet of hair.
No, absolutely fucking not. No, and that is such a violation to everybody to lie and say that I gave you permission. You're lying to people so that what? So that you can cut what? Like, whoa, I'd be so mad. Oh my, I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad. Like, how dare you? Why? Because what's her fucking name? Connie? Of course. Fuck you, Connie. Constance.
Also, in South Asian culture,
Hair is very important.
Yep.
Very important.
Yep.
That's I have a really bad itch on the bottom of my foot. Nobody look at my foot.
or pay first.
It's such a violation. It's so violating to cut somebody else's, like, that's so obvious. You're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. I'm sorry. And
And then you really want to question why the mother-in-law even wanted to do any of that.
well, think about it. Short, straight,
Yep.
just like mine.
Mhm.
No, absolutely not. She wants to basically take away whatever, she deems as not her, what is she, the attributes.
Standards.
She wants her to have similar attributes to herself because she thinks of herself as the superior whatever.
Yeah.
I would punch Connie dead in the face.
I'd be like,
You put your hands on my kid? You put your hands on my fucking kid and you cut her hair. You cut her hair after you lied to her
Right.
and said that I suggested this. This was I gave her my permission. Fuck that.
but
Oh my
she
God, I'd be
obviously,
so furious.
Connie obviously knew it was wrong because she even lied to her husband.
Yeah. Connie's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Connie's a terrible person.
I really hope that he divorces her. That'd be amazing.
I need an update.
I know. I want an update too. He was staying at a hotel.
Yeah, he's like, peace. That's the. You know what though? What's his name? Bob. I totally made that up.
Tom.
Tom.
It was a 3-letter, 1-syllable name. So.
Tom knows Connie is a terrible person. Tom just needed a reason. Tom just needed validation that everything that he's had to live through and endure for the last 30 plus years or whatever, he's like, this is my way out. Thank God. I just needed a reason. I'll be at the fucking Motel 6. See you later.
Hopefully we have another Kung Pao divorce.
Yes, I love a Kung Pao divorce. You deserve it, Connie. Live the rest of your days alone.
God, why is it always a evil sister-in-law? I don't understand.
Nope. Connie, you're a bad lady. You're a bad lady. And if you never get to see your granddaughter again, it is your own doing and you deserve it.
I hope you spend the rest of your life lonely as fuck.
I have an idea. Why don't you let your daughter-in-law give you a haircut? Any haircut she chooses, Connie. I think that would be a nice show of contrition.
Yeah.
You can cut my hair any way you want.
And I feel like it's going to involve this sound.
Yep. Anyway.
Whew, that was kind of cathartic.
It was. I feel better now. I needed that. I needed to output.
Yeah. Our anger into something more tangible.
I don't know if I'd call it like constructive, but we did it. It still happened.
Redirect the emotions.
Yep.
And with that, we want to thank you for joining us on another episode of What in the Shibal. You can find us on our socials.
You can find me at Sujio1 on TikTok and Instagram. I'm
at Etch a Sketch with a J. This critter by my foot is at Archie and Colt on Instagram. Otherwise, you can find us also at What in the Shibal. That's SHIBAL. If you have any questions, stories, write-ins, need some, advice, write us at
Or if you want to give Ed dating advice.
What in the Shibal, that's SHIBAL at gmail.com. If you are listening to our podcast, there is also a video version available on YouTube. And if you are watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like, subscribe, and ring.
Boing.
Thanks for watching and listening, whatever. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Okay, bye.